you doing today, everybody? Today we're going to talk about a speech that was given by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. back in October 26th, 1967. I know it's a long way away for a lot of people. Many people weren't even alive at that time. I was, unfortunately. Nevertheless, Dr. Martin Luther King took a break out of his busy schedule and he went to Barrett Junior High School. And there was a lot of kids there that he wanted to talk to and get a message across to. And it was important at that time, just as it's important this time, today, because back in those days, it was a lot like today. A lot of racial tension, a lot of confusion about what am I going to do in my life? There's a lot of people like that right now. Not only kids, adults, teenagers, young adults. Nevertheless, this is the speech he gave, and it had meaning back then, and it has meaning right now. So here it goes. I want to ask you a question. And that question is, do you have a blueprint of your life? Have you ever thought about that? Because, when they're going to build a building, they got this guy called an architect who draws a blueprint. And the blueprint serves as a pattern for how they're going to make that building. And that building is not going to be built sturdy or correct or even finished without a good solid blueprint. Now, each of you in the process of building the structure of your lives, and the question is whether you have a proper solid blueprint for that. A lot of us don't. Just go day by day, pay the bills, or go to school, just try to stay out of trouble. We don't have a goal, blueprint. We don't have a plan to get to that goal. Anyway, one of the most important things, it begins with your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint, the most important thing is we should deeply believe in our own dignity, our own worth, our own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you're nobody. Nobody. I don't care if it's a teacher, if it's a parent, nobody has a right to make you feel like you're nothing. That's the most important thing. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you're worth something. And always feel that your life has importance. Because it does. Each of us are sent here by God with a special purpose in our lives. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you got to have a basic principle, man. The determination to achieve excellence in the various fields of any endeavor you decide to choose. You're going to be deciding in the next days, years, what your life's work will be. Set out to do it well, man. As I say to you, my young friends, doors are opening for you, especially now. These doors are opening for you. And this is so true with today's technology. Now, when these doors and opportunities open for you, these are things that did not open for your mother, your father. Come on, think about it. We didn't even have computers. We didn't have cell phones. We had nothing. With today's technology, these doors are going to be open to us, or to you. They're going to be available. There's going to be opportunities that we in the older generation have never seen possible. But in order for you to take advantage of those doors that are open to you, you have to be prepared. You have to be ready to capitalize on that particular situation. And how? By education, by learning, by teaching yourself what needs to be understood with today's technology. Because if you don't stay in school and you don't get an education, even though these opportunities are going to be available to you, you're not going to be able to capitalize on it. You're not going to be able to even get the job. You're going to have a hard time turning on your phone or even the TV, much less jumping on today's technology. So, Ralph Waldo Emerson, he's a writer, one of my favorite writers, actually. You know, he was a great essayist, and he said in a lecture in 1871, and I said, I wasn't born then either, but if a man can write a better book or preach a better sermon or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, even if he builds his house in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. Now, that ain't always been true, okay? But it's going to become increasingly true. And so I would urge you to study, to burn that midnight oil. I'll say to you, don't drop out of school. I understand all the social economical reasons, but I urge you, in spite of the economic plight, in spite of the situation you're supposed to be in, stay in school. And when you discover what you want to be in life, set out to do it as if God Almighty had called you for that particular moment in history. Don't just set out to do a good job. Don't just go out there, try to just get by. When you find that talent that God has sent you here with, when you find that feeling that inspires you, and you know it's your calling, do it the best that you can do. You know, and you discover one day, well, I guess I'm supposed to sweep streets. You feel passionate about it, you like it, and it's very becoming to you. You're actually motivated to do it every day. Well, this could be a calling. So when you're out there sweeping the streets, don't just sweep them. Sweep them like Michelangelo painted pictures, like Beethoven created music. Let that be what you are about. Let it be that you're so compassionate about what you do, even the angels in heaven will talk about it. And they'll say, look at that street sweeper. And even the dead and the unborn, even those will not be able to sweep a street as good as you, because this is your belief. And you know that God has sent you here to do this. And as long as you know that and believe in it, you can be the best at it. And that's all that God wanted you to do. Is be the best at what He sent you here for. Be the best at it. Thank you.